relentless study in East Asian schools? Well, yes, but they do get a break. In China, it's the midday nap. Some school desks now flip into mini beds in seconds, so kids can stretch out for their 30 to 60-minute lunch break. Way more high-tech than the old days, when we just face-planted on the desk, leaving eye marks, stiff necks, and jewel stains as souvenirs. Don't confuse it with the siesta, the leisure tradition from Italy, Spain, and Latin America, born from the hot climates and the slower pace of life. China's midday nap is something else entirely. It happens year-round, regardless of temperature. It's not optional, it's not about leisure. It's about keeping a high-performing machine running, a mandatory recharge built into the school day. For younger students, the nap lasts about 60 minutes. For older ones, just 20 to 30. Never more than 90 minutes though. Go past that and you slip into deep sleep, waking up groggy and dazed. In China, they jokingly call it the post-nap hangover. As a kid, I used to hate napping. After going home for lunch, it was a strict rule, enforced both by families and schools. Teachers and student monitors would patrol the neighborhood during lunch breaks, looking for any kids who dared to sneak outside instead of napping. In boarding schools, it was no different. Lunch, then straight back to the dorm for a mandatory nap. Now, as a parent, I see it differently. I consider napping essential. In Chinese medicine, midday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is when the heart is working its hardest, so a short nap helps ease the load. It's seen as a deeply healthy habit, and science adds another twist. Some people actually carry a nap gene, which makes them naturally more likely to fall sleepy at noon. While in most countries, students push through the day without pause. In China, napping is part of the learning process, a systematized, collective recharge. Don't be startled if you see this. They are not homeless people, but construction workers stretched out in the shade, sprawled every which way across the sidewalk for their midday rest. They trust that pedestrians will simply step aside because nothing gets in the way of a sacred nap. In Shanxi province, the nap habit reaches legendary levels. When the clock strikes noon, everyone, everywhere, every species seems to fall asleep. Midday there is like heating pause. A restaurant owner might serve you noodles, then nap on the spot. Want to annoy someone from Shanxi? Call them at 1 p.m., nap time. Street vendors snooze happily. The streets are empty anyway. Shops, customers, even dogs, everyone's asleep. Malls echo. Roads go silent. Restaurants shut their doors. Shanxi people on vacation? They'll insist on going back to the hotel for a proper nap. Tourists in Shanxi? They look up from their meal and realize everyone in the restaurant has fallen asleep. Good luck waking the boss if you want to buy something. At that point, your only option might be another nap. Trains to Shanxi? By noon, every carriage is a silent car. Kids even need a parent-signed slip to prove they napped more than half an hour. Shanxi is China's carb capital. With that much noodle power, a midday nap is inevitable. To survive China's notorious 996 work culture that's working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week, office workers have turned lunchtime naps into an art form. For many, it's the only way to recharge for the long hours ahead. Compared to the simple nap tents in XAI's office, East Asia's nap gear comes in all shapes and sizes. In Japan, there are even nap pods where you can sleep standing up. It's part of the country's inamuri culture. Catching a quick dose on the train or in the office isn't seen as laziness, but as proof you've been working hard. In China, white-collar workers go all out to make their tiny cubicles nap-friendly. Some even share coffee nap hacks. Drink a cup of coffee right before sleeping. Since caffeine takes about 25 minutes to kick in, you wake up just as the coffee hits, getting a double boost in alertness and brain power. And some push the idea even further. This girl turned her electric car into a private nap zone. pillows, blankets, even blackout shades. It's her mobile retreat, parked just outside the office, ready for a power nap whenever she needs it. Because when you carve out a space to rest anytime, anywhere, the whole rhythm of work changes. It feels less like merely holding down a job and more like actually working with purpose and energy, even if you are just another office worker in the 9-to-5 grind. In a world that never stops, China reminds us, pausing is power. The midday nap may just be the country's quietest, most underrated survival strategy. Okay, thank you for watching Sue Talk. Hit subscribe, pack your perspective. Until next time.